Maverick. We have seen how physical literacy is about being aware of our embodied nature and cultivating the desire, motivation, confidence, physical competence, knowledge and understanding. Now what happens when any of these aspects are missing from a person's life? What if one is not aware of their embodied nature? Without that lived feeling, the value of the body cannot be realized. And without realizing the value of the body, they will begin to take it for granted. It will become an uphill task to effect any kind of change. Now what happens when people value the body but don't have the desire to be physically active? When their values and desires don't conquer, as we saw in an earlier segment. Without perceiving the personal value of their body, they will never be able to execute appropriate choices. When one lacks desire, they will lack the energy to do most things. Without that desire, when they are forced or externally motivated to act in certain ways, it becomes a negative feedback loop, creating unhappy experiences, which in turn alter the memory and beliefs, cyclically reinforcing certain behavior patterns. Now what happens if they have the desire but not the motivation? Lack of motivation will lead to apathy. People resign themselves to a complacent state. I like it, but it is just too much effort. They may give up. Most people are stuck here with a desire but no motivation to follow through. Without desire and motivation, the energy for that action is not self-generated. It would require someone else's energy to become the driving force, to push it from outside. In the long run, this creates deficiency to the very vitality to live life. It becomes most crucial to ensure that our values correspond to our desires in order to translate as self-motivation. Now what happens when we value, desire and are motivated to be physically literate, but we lack the confidence? Anyone lacking confidence is one who does not believe in his or her own ability. People without confidence will be anxious about their participation. They will need validation from parents, teachers and peers to revisit the action. To build confidence, it is important to make people feel like a winner. The winner effect is a term that helps to describe how small wins boost our confidence and propels us to compete in a larger arena, leading us to feel powerful and successful in competitive environments. Reprogramming our memory by giving small victories and positive experiences to help replace any old memories of failure with newer ones of success will help in rebuilding our confidence. With our confidence robust, the next stage is to build our physical competence, which occurs through repeated exposure in a wide variety of activities. Lack of competence leads to frustration. You believe you can do it, you're confident about it, but your competence has taken a beating, leaving you angry and exasperated. Physical competence is more important than any specialization. Competency can be addressed by three things simultaneously: repetition, novelty, and complexity. We will visit this concept in a later segment while discussing neuroplasticity. Even as desire, motivation, confidence, and physical competence is built, knowledge and understanding needs to percolate. Without acquiring the knowledge and personalizing it to understand its application in their respective lives, people will remain confused. Lack of clarity will soon put a brake on all the other aspects, because we cannot drive a chariot with several horses, each pulling in different directions. There will be no focus in our efforts without the clarity delivered through our personal understanding. Knowledge and understanding will keep growing, evolving as we mature. But clarity at every stage is needed to be effective and efficient. Missing any of these strands of physical literacy will have an impact on all others, because all these aspects that we have discussed are not isolated from each other. They are a cumulative necessity to aid in our physical literacy journey. It is important for all activities to address all three domains of learning: affective, our desires, motivation and confidence; physical, our physical competence; and cognitive, our knowledge and understanding. Let us explore this in the next segment. Maverick,